Have to give them a tremendous amount of credit and a big shout out to them. Shout out to Cooper Kupp, who became the Super Bowl MVP. It culminates what's been an exceptional and outstanding and spectacular season from an individual standpoint. The guy was absolutely phenomenal. He had 2 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including the game-winning touchdown in the win over the Bengals 23-20 yesterday in the Super Bowl. He had the most receptions, 178 receptions, most receiving yards, 2,425, and the most touchdowns, receiving touchdowns, 22 of any player this year. He won the NFL's Triple Crown. He was the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year. He had the most receptions in a single postseason ever in NFL history with 33. He was a unanimous All-Pro wide receiver. Again, he led the league in receptions, receiving yards, touchdowns. He was a Super Bowl MVP. He became the 8th wide receiver to win the Super Bowl MVP, and the first since Julian Edelman did it, unfortunately, at the behest of the Rams. They beat the Rams in 2018. That was the last time Los Angeles had advanced to the Super Bowl. So that was the last time that a wide receiver won the Super Bowl MVP. According to Elias Sports Bureau research, Cooper Kupp is the second player all time with 4+ receptions in a go-ahead drive to win the game in a Super Bowl. In a drive in the fourth quarter later of a Super Bowl, he joins Pittsburgh's Santonio Holmes, who did it in the 18th Super Bowl, Super Bowl 18. In fact, he became only the second player, Cooper Kupp, to win not only the NFL's receiving Triple Crown, but also the NFL Offensive Player of the Year and the Super Bowl MVP since Jerry Rice did it. Jerry Rice did it, I believe, in 1994. Here's the difference. Jerry Rice accomplished all of that over the course of his career. Cooper Kupp did it in one season. Yes, you heard that right. The most gifted, the most decorated wide receiver in NFL history, Jerry Rice, accumulated all of those achievements over the course of his career. Cooper Kupp achieved this in about a 4-month time span. It was absolutely sensational. He set a record for not only, again, receptions in the postseason, but tied for the second most receiving yards and receiving touchdowns in the postseason in NFL history. He caught a touchdown in each of the Rams' 4 playoff games. We haven't seen that since Larry Fitzgerald did that for the Arizona Cardinals. He's just the second player to do that in a single postseason. He joined also San Francisco 49ers quarterback Joe Montana as the only players to win Offensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl MVP in the same season. And he became the first player to lead the league in receiving yards and win a Super Bowl since Jerry Rice did this in 1994. Again, this is a guy who was drafted in the 3rd round out of Eastern Washington 5 years ago. And it was extremely heartwarming, I think, to see a guy in Cooper Kupp who's extremely modest, extremely humble. He kind of represents this blue collar mentality. He goes to work, he just grabs his pail and he goes to work, and he stays true to himself. He's not into being kind of excessive in showboating. And this is a guy who tore his ACL the last time the Rams reached the Super Bowl, didn't get a chance to participate. He's been overlooked, overvalued over the course of his entire career, and he doesn't care. And he doesn't kind of desire and yearn for the spotlight or for all the attention. Even in his post-game interviews, the guy was still pretty stoic, barely giving off a smile. And I think that's just because of the appreciation that he has for playing the game that he loves, for playing the game at a high level, for being appreciative of the situation that he's in. And that's what makes him arguably the first or second best wide receiver in the NFL right now, is because of that mentality, is because of his ability to lock in so well and to be able to execute through double, through triple teams. And his route running just gets open, just is so deft and has a knack for getting open, unlike many that we've seen before. And for this season to culminate with this Super Bowl MVP for him, it just speaks to his professionalism. It speaks to his greatness as a talent, and I'm just so happy for him and the journey that he's gone on. Again, tearing his ACL and coming back with with a vengeance, not losing a beat. In fact, just elevating his game from that point on. It was a special year for him, and a big shout out to Cooper Kupp.